She looked as if she needed a big slice. "It'll be okay, you know," I said then softly. "I promise." "I hope so," she replied. "I won't have to stay for too long." "You can stay for as long as you need," I replied as I cut 2 slices for us. "Don't worry, okay? The hard part is over. You're here." My aunt had said that Beth's grandmother had been furious with her, that the argument they had had forced Beth to run away. I knew Beth's family weren't easy. They expected a lot from Beth, and she had always rebelled against them. But even I had been surprised that they had turned against her so fiercely. It felt old-fashioned to me. But then, my family weren't pillars of the community like the Williams family were up in Glendale. All I knew was that I was happy to help Beth as much as I could. Not just for my aunt's sake, who loved her like family, or for our childhood friendship, when I would often go to the hall and play with her while Aunt Sally worked, but because it was the right thing to do. I wanted a family of my own one day, so I understood why she had gone against her family's wishes. I might have even done the same thing, although I knew my parents would always be there for me, like they always had been. Beth touched her stomach then, where her unborn baby grew, the baby that her family had told her she shouldn't keep. "I'm here," she repeated, and finally a slow, small smile spread across her face. Part 1. Chapter 1. I stared at the cream and gold embossed invitation with a mixture of disbelief and pride. The day Beth came to stay with me in London all those years ago flashed through my mind. Who would have thought that scared teenage girl would be inviting me to her wedding 12 years later? The sun pooled on the kitchen floor as I sipped my coffee, smiling at the words on the card. I was thrilled that Beth was finally marrying her first and only love, Drew, the father of her daughter Izzy, at her family home in Scotland. The one she had run from when she had come to live with me at 16. She really had got her happily ever after. I glanced at the ring-free finger on my left hand and tried to not let a prickle of jealousy seep into my skin. It really wasn't my style, especially as I knew how much Beth deserved this. But my boyfriend Greg had always told me he didn't believe in marriage. And even after 3 years together, I still harboured a secret hope that he might one day change his mind about that. "Any left in the pot for me?" Greg called as he strode into the kitchen wearing his uniform. That uniform had made me swoon when we had first met. I'd been at the bakery where I still worked when a new member of staff had set the kitchen alight, and Greg had been the first fireman on the scene. It was pretty much love at first sight for me. All the clichés had been present and correct. He was tall, broad, and strapping, with dark hair and a dimple in his cheek when he grinned. After he had put the fire out, he strode over to me, full of confidence, and handed me a piece of paper with his phone number on. The epitome of charming. You just couldn't help but warm to Greg when you met him. Even now, when we were far away from those first heady, love-struck weeks, he could still make me melt if he tried. The problem was, he just didn't bother trying as much anymore. Perhaps that's what happened to every couple who lived together. But it was starting to worry me. "Plenty," I replied, watching him go to pour himself a large cup of coffee. He was working day shifts this week, so we actually got to see one another in the morning. "I can't believe the wedding is only a couple of weeks away now," I said, sliding the invitation across the kitchen table towards him. He leaned against the counter.